Hello guys. Here we have another mini PC. Anyway, I have like 30 of these machines, so I will be fixing them one by one. Let's go ahead. Let's see the issue with this one. Oh, you know what? Let's just make it easy and short. The problem here, the 3.3 volt is shorted to ground. And guys, I won't lie to you, I really don't like when the 3.3 volts is shorted to ground. You know why? It's because there are many things that works with 3.3 volts, and the worst and horrible one is the CPU. These latest CPUs, they have a PCH within the CPU, and some parts of the CPU work with the 3.3 volts, of which I wasn't aware. But that's why I don't like when the 3.3 volts is shorted to ground, because it's not nice. Okay, another thing, it can be a component, maybe any party, resistor, no, sorry. It can't be a resistor, obvious, a ceramic capacitor, I mean, or any capacitor that is connected to 3.3. Any of those capacitors can cause a short, all right, or a chip itself can cause a short, causing the 3.3 volts to be shorted to ground. But in this case, it's not the ceramic capacitor, it's not a chip, and again, it's not any of the components. What can I say? Anyway, it's just one of the horrible component that is causing this short. It's very bad, guys. The CPU, where is it? The CPU, there it is. The CPU shorted to one side of the CPU connecting to 3.3 volts. It's shorted to ground, causing the whole section to be grounded. Okay, let me show you. This is a coil, this is an output supplying what? Supplying 3.3 with some power. The 3.3 volts is shorted to ground. Let's go ahead, let's check. Let's try to inject 3.3 volts. I want to show you which component will get extremely hot. Okay, you know what? You won't be able to see. Let's go back to a microscope. There we are. This is a CPU. Put some alcohol right there, and then you take your probe, one probe, ground to ground. Then you take your 3.3 volts, you connect it into that output coil, into that output inductor, generate the 3.3 output there. Okay, and then let's turn it on. Let's turn the power supply on. Okay, anyway, it's here. Yeah, on top of the CPU, just observe there. You can see, let's try to focus. Okay, let's inject power again. Yeah. Okay, the CPU is tracked. I didn't see that. Now I can see under a microscope. A CPU has some tracks there. I hope you can see as well. See the tracks there? The CPU tracked. Anyway, in this case, I'm gonna call it a day, and because I don't do a rebolling, I hated the whole process of buying another CPU, which is more like buying a new board, because they are They are very, very expensive. Anyway, guys, good night. So bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.